Been overthinking this stream for way too long. Thinking and overthinking and planning and prepping and getting all ready, and I think I've overthought it enough to where I'm just going to do it. What I'm going to be doing is taking this dude, I'm going to take him and make him into a keychain sized fidget. I'm going to stumble and mumble through Blender, and let's see if I can do this. Yo. What I'm going to do is take what I've made here, shrink it down, but also keep the functionality. So the thing that makes this click is it's essentially a keyboard clicky, and basically that goes into something like this. So this is like the belly piece, and so it's just attached, and you can press and it clicks, and it's super satisfying. So that's what's going on here. I'm going to show you this dimensional drawing. So basically I'm looking at this dimensional drawing here to figure out the size of the depress. That plunge from top to bottom goes down about 3.8 millimeters. So 38 centimeters, when I scale this down into millimeters, it's going to be 3.8, not 38. So that is correct. That tells me that I need to move the floor here 3.8 millimeters downward, and then it'll bottom out and hit the floor of that pit. Ooh, I did not know that was on the whole time. I hope that doesn't screw me up. I didn't boolean anything. Oh, but I've been scaling stuff. This right here, this button right here is merge vertices. Like if it's active, if it's highlighted blue, if it's active, what happens is if I move vertices close enough together here, and I move these like close enough together, they'll merge. I do it again, they merge, and I start losing geometry. So I start losing my ability to edit. Oh, 3D puzzle. That's all this is. And this guy's origin needs to change.
What?
Why does it need to change here? Okay, so this guy here, if you look at this piece,
Yeah.
this lip right here is meant to be a cutting thing. What you're really only supposed to see in the final product is this slanted inclined edge, and then it meets the bottom of the piece that it's cutting into. You're not supposed to ever see this lip. What I have going on here is you can see that lip. Should not see that lip because when you filament print this on a flat print bed, you have this overhang here, and the printer doesn't know what to do. So I'm fixing this issue, but in order to fix this issue, I've got to sacrifice some space. And I'm choosing where to sacrifice space without compromising functionality. If you hold this guy up to the light, so you see how you can see through this dude? He's a little translucent. You can see the inside, that little square is where the clicky is. Like a very thin layer of plastic. And what I'm trying to do is not make that layer so thin. I don't want to make that layer so thin to where like it might compromise some functionality, structural integrity. I'm trying to keep from cheating away space because I'm already going like really small with this dude. I'm playing and I'm trying to solve a puzzle in my head. So this little lip has got to go. I'm just trying to do this in the smartest way possible so I don't mess myself up for later. That's where I need to go. See, I figured out the solution and I lost it. No, everything moves up. That's what it was. That's what's going on. That should have fixed my problem. Such an easy fix. I knew there was a smart way to do it, and I just need to know if I'm that smart to have figured it out correctly. This should be flush, and it's flush. I did it. I did it. Look at that. Heck yeah, I'm saving it. I'm saving it before it crashes. Now I'm drinking coffee. Ugh, why is this so, like, it's satisfying. It scratches an itch for me to, like, puzzle solve this in 3D, but, like, I feel like that was such an easy fix that I should have just been like, duh. Look at that. Back in business. It's all coming back to me. Okay, now I'm going to go back to that step I was on before. Okay, seems to have worked okay. He's all blue. That's all right. We can fix that. Save it. And, I did the wrong thing. I didn't stop myself. Hang on, I gotta go back. That threw me off. I don't have one brain cell right now. Not even ashamed to admit it. I am trying to figure this out, and I've got too much puzzling to do here. Wham, bam, boom. Oh, what is that? What is this? Ah, you know what? I can do this. I can make that tan minus, make that black. Presto bango. Got it. All right, cool. Save. I'm not an expert. I know how to use the program enough, but as far as I understand it, basically every vertex you see on a 3D model is a data point. It holds data. So the more vertices that you see on a model, the more data, the more heavy it's going to be. What's cool is that these vertices actually hold data within themselves. Like each one's actual like data point that has XYZ data, and also you can assign color to them. That translates from program to program, so you can export it out from a 3D software into a slicing software, and that slicing software understands all the text mumbo jumbo that goes on in the code behind the scenes. It's like, hey, I see that you have blue assigned to you, so rock on, I understand. And I'm like, all right, cool, but I don't want you to have blue, I want you to have tan. And I'm just forcefully changing the color data so that when it goes into another program, it's easier to translate, I guess. I hope that explained something like that made sense. Okie doke. I think we're at the end of this. Right now it's in centimeters and it's whack. We're at like 355 centimeters and oh, oops. Yeah, it's time to wrap this up. My stomach is growling. Hungry. Too many calories burnt up here today. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing some crucial step. I'm missing something here. We should be good. Oh, what's bugging me? I got a thing in the back of my head that says like, hey, don't do it yet. Oh, yeah. I know what it is. I remembered. Yes. It's in here. I've got the power. I remember. The magic is still in me. It's a crucial step because slicer programs are picky. They're picky about what they accept and what they don't. So in order for this file to import into Bamboo Slicer correctly, it needs to be triangulated. So what I mean by that is, if you look at this, this is made up of primarily, not all, but primarily of quads. A quad meaning all the polygons in here are primarily, mostly made up of 4 sides. And Bamboo Slicer won't accept that. It doesn't like quads, it only likes triangles. So we need to take all of these quads and turn them into triangles, which sounds daunting if you want to do it individually, but it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. So that's the nagging thing in the back of my mind that's like, hey, do that first. And this only works in edit mode. Select everything that mesh and then Control T, triangulate faces. Beauty, everything's a triangle now, even in the not so great looking parts around the edges and the seams. So even in here in the ugly parts, it's still all triangles. Even in the little bitty slivers, it's still all triangles. So a slicer is going to read that and be okay with it. It's going to accept it. Bamboo Studio. This is where we are. This is just for me to see that it can be done. It is brought in. The slicer is reading it, and it's reading that it has multiple colors. And if I wanted to, I can like choose a color here, click this fill, and select individual places. To make it easier on the client, when they get the file, they can individually select places that I've already like taken the time to individually color myself. That's the whole point of putting color data to the vertices. And then also, I'm going to bring in the belly and presto bango. Wham bam boom. There he is. And it imports. It's in Bamboo Slicer. It's multicolored. It looks like it's the right scale. All done. And then I can hit slice plate and it's going to do its thing. And it says slice OK, which tells me, hey, I did a decent job. And I'm not an expert filament printer at all. So I'm trusting that if there are any problems and if there's any settings that need to be changed, like layer height and stuff, that the client can handle that. Looky there. All good. Well, there's a stream discount code that I have for the website exclusively for people who watch the stream. You can get 10% off your purchase. Go to hairebrained.com and you can get your hands on some of these adorable little figures of speech we call articles because they're art that tickles you. Each one is a pun. Look at it, try to guess what it is, and the answer is on the bottom. If you want to see for yourself a more clearer picture, go to hairebrained.com. Spell it like my name is spelled, H-A-I-R-E. My name is John Hair. My name contains every vowel. The only one missing is you. Head over to hairebrained.com, check it out, use your exclusive streaming discount code, and I will see y'all later. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being part of this impulse, last minute overthought stream decision. All right, y'all. Bye.